What's going on, guys? Aggronix, and welcome back to week 4 of the ElysianUCL League. Today we're jumping to our team prep for the Sherbrooke Talonflame. Now this match has been very awkward. I'm going to be very honest, guys. This is a match that I'm really not looking forward to, and it's for a lot of reasons. First of all, the Atlanta Braviaries were going to be the team we're going to face, but they dropped out early in the league for some reasons. They were taken over by the Boston Blastoise. Now, Blastoise, they had 2 games before they started getting all controversial. They started, throwing all the shade on people. And they were just I don't know what they were doing. They were thinking that, what they said they would get away with. And, they were just being all-around dickheads. So, they were kicked. And now we have Vuetsky. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. He said call him Frank, so I'm going to call him Frank. We have Frank and the Sherbrooke Talonflame who we're facing, and it's going to be the exact same team, so I'll show you right here. I know it says Atlanta Braviaries on the top, but please ignore that. We have Ferrothorn, Latias, Chansey, Zapdos, Malouetta, Toxicroak, Musharna, Banette, Drifblim, Lapras, and Mega Charizard X. Now, with that being said, obviously his team is incredibly bulky. Even his main offensive threats in Charizard X, he can be run, defensive Roost, Will-O-Wisp. Lapras is pretty bulky. Musharna, obviously Combine is very scary. Toxicroak can be annoying. I'm very aware of it, but I don't think it's going to be too annoying. We'll see how it goes. So, with that being said, I put together a team of 6 mons that I think will be able to combat any 6 that he brings. Java, I don't care about you right now. Okay, so let's start. So, we're starting with Jax. Now, okay, Jax is an interesting mon because Jax is a very interesting mon because we brought him last week, and he didn't do very well because of my stupidity. Honestly, I didn't plan enough for sourcing. I brought Sucker Punch instead of Knockoff, which was just so dumb. I shouldn't have done that at all. But this week, Jax is here to play. He is not messing around this week. We're running Life Orb Reckless with High Jump Kick, Knockoff, Earthquake, and Stone Edge. So, listen to this shit, alright? Life Orb Reckless with a Jolly Nature, High Jump Kick, one-shots Chansey and Ferrothorn, both if they're max defense. That's insane. Also, it has a very high chance of one-shot a Charizard X with a High Jump Kick. So, and with this set, if he runs an Adamant Charizard X with max speed but with an Adamant Nature, he caps at 299. So we will outspeed. So, if Hitmonlee is in against Charizard, I'm probably going to stay in. Now, he could outspeed me and just go for Will-O-Wisp. That would suck. But High Jump Kick, even if I'm burned, it's going to do a crazy amount of damage. So, I really like Jax. Obviously, the Zapdos and the Latias are the big 2 things that really wall this thing. Once again, if he runs defensive Latias and defensive Zapdos, I will outspeed them. A Knockoff will do a good amount of damage to Latias. Stone Edge will do a good amount of damage to Zapdos. Cross fingers as long as we land the Stone Edge. But I think Hitmonlee is fantastic. Not only that, it has Earthquake for Toxicroak, it has Knockoff for Malouetta, it outspeeds Musharna, Banette, and Drifblim can just knock off all of them. It can Stone Edge and I Jump Kick the Lapras. So I think Jax literally hits every mon in my opponent's team, so I could not bring him. Life Orb plus Stealth Rocks or Spikes is going to be annoying, so I'm going to be very careful how I play Jax. I'm only going to bring him in when it's absolutely necessary. And with that being said, let's move on to Terminator. My boy Aggron, Heavy Slam, Fire Punch, Avalanche, and Stealth Rock. So if you've been around the channel for a long time, or at least, a few months, you know that I love the Sand Offense team that Mega Mogwai built with Mega Aggron, Tyranitar, and Excadrill. And it's funny enough, this is the exact same set, and it was just pure coincidence. So Heavy Slam is obviously there because, just look at this, alright? Watch this. Latias, Chansey, Malouetta, Toxicroak, Musharna, Banette, and Drifblim. All those mons get hit with 120 base power Heavy Slam. What the fuck? That's insane. I don't know why, but they're all just so light. So Heavy Slam does a crazy amount of damage to everything, except for Chansey, obviously, because Chansey is really bulky. But still, getting, 40% off with 0 attack investment is so nice. Fire Punch is there for, obviously, the Ferrothorn. It also hits the Toxicroak if he's Dry Skin, but I'm probably just going to pick Heavy Slam because it's probably stronger. Well, actually, in my mind, Fire Punch, Dry Skin. No, I think, I don't know. I think, no, actually, Heavy Slam is stronger. Avalanche is there for the Latias and the Zapdos, because after taking hit, I know I can take any hit with with Aggron. Even a Heat Wave from Zapdos, it's going to do 60% max. That's if he's offensive, not Life Orb. I think Life Orb obviously will do a little bit more. Toxicroak is a bit of an issue. Like, honestly, I cannot deal with Toxicroak. The only thing I could bring is Mesprit and then Sucker Punch. So, I could not deal with Toxicroak. So, that's the one weakness of this team, that I cannot deal with Toxicroak. But we'll figure it out. Stealth Rock is just there because I need to force the defog. Now, Ferrothorn, I'm shaking in my boots at Ferrothorn, because Ferrothorn has spikes, it has toxic spikes, it has Stealth Rock, it has all of the things. He does all of the things, alright? So, forcing a defog on Latias might be it might be impossible. He might have like 3 layers of spikes up. God bless us. Hopefully he doesn't do that. But he might get Stealth Rock, Toxic Spikes, and Spikes all up. And then even if we set up a Stealth Rocks, he's not going to defog. There's no reason for him to. He can just keep swapping out, forcing a swap on us, and then we can't beat him. So this set on Aggron, it does really well, except one really big problem. I cannot hit Charizard with this set. Now, Avalanche is still going to do a good amount of damage, you know, but obviously it's not going to do a huge amount. Obviously, if it hits us, I can take any one hit for max HP. A Flare Blitz should only do like 70% probably. If he's special, you got me good. But if he's special, he'll run Roost, Will-O-Wisp. Actually, he might do that. No, but then Sylveon balls it. So it really depends. It really depends. The Charizard setting up on me is really annoying. But other than the Ferrothorn, other than the first 4 in this Mega, Ferrothorn, Latias, Chansey, Zapdos, and Mega Charizard X, those are the ones I'm scared about. Toxicroak is definitely an issue. Metagross could definitely be an issue, but I think we can get around them as long as we play right. Yes, that's Aggron. Next we have Tinkerbell, Sylveon making another appearance. We have Wish, Toxic, Heal Bell, Hyper Voice. Now, last week, we brought Protect and Wish, and it worked really well. Sylveon was able to stay around for a very long time, and it did us some good. Honestly, Sylveon is really good. Sylveon is a great mon to have on the team for Wish support. And it's something that Aggron desperately needs, because Aggron does not get any reliable recovery other than rest. And So, we're running Wish, Toxic, Heal Bell, Hyper Voice with a really weird EV spread. So, I wanted to be able to hit things hard, because Sylveon does a lot of work. Literally. Listen to this shit. Sylveon, with 0 special attack investment, does 55% minimum to Mega Charizard X. Which means, with this set, we're going to do a hell of a lot more than just 55% minimum. We're going to do like 70% minimum, which is just crazy. Also, Hyper Voice also hits the Latias, it's the Zapdos, it's the Toxicroak for even, which will still do a lot, Meloetta. It hits everything on his team, except the Ferrothorn and the Chansey. And honestly, guys, I can't beat them. I can't beat them without other mons. So I hate, because we're still in the same situation every single week, where we have one mon swallowed by another and we don't bring the things to deal with it. Luckily enough, we have a few mons that deal with Ferrothorn and Chansey, so hopefully they can do their roles, and Sylveon can do its role. But I'm really worried about this. We have to win. We're 1-2. If we don't win this week, we're in a bit of trouble. But I think the Cork City Cradillys can win. But next we have Ariel. Ariel, super duper standard. Skull, Toxic Recover, Magic Coat, Max HP, Max Defense. Basically, this thing I think we lead with it every single time. The reason for that is because if he leads with Zapdos, I swap right into Veteran, and I get a substitute up. I'll talk to that in a second. That's gonna be real awesome. If you use Ferrothorn, I click Magic Coat every single time. I'm clicking Magic Coat right there. I'm gonna click it over and over again until he swaps out. That's all I'm gonna do. Even if he has Power Up, I don't care. I'm gonna stay in and keep clicking Magic Coat. If I have to swap out, I will, but I'm gonna keep clicking Magic Coat because I cannot let the Ferrothorn set up with me. We don't have a Defogger. We don't have a Rapid Spinner, and it's really scary. Okay, so it's really scary. This thing can combat the Charizard decently well. You know, I didn't want to run. I mean, Skull will do a decent amount of damage, will do like 30%, but Toxic I think will be nice on a swap. Latias and Zapdos also can get Toxic, which is nice. But again, I don't know which to run Hidden Power Fire on, Sylveon or Ariel, because I should run it on Sylveon. Because he's going to swap into Zapdos. No, he's going to swap in a Ferrothorn and Chansey on you. And on Ariel, they'll go into Zapdos. Yeah, okay, I'm going to... Yeah, I just logicked the shit out of that. Yeah, we're gonna run Hidden Power Fire on you just so you can hit the Ferrothorn if it comes in. super duper obvious that we might have high power fire, but I do need it. So Toxic is there because it's nice to force a switch on the Zapdos, the Latias, even the Chansey. The Chansey really can't touch us. Obviously, Seismic Toss and Thunder Wave is annoying. Trust me, I know about Thunder Wave week 2. Oh my god. But I think Aerial is really good. I made the mistake last week of not bringing Aerial, and the reason I didn't bring Aerial is because it didn't have a good matchup against Suicune. But that was it. And I don't know why that was the one reason. And I knew we wasn't going to bring Suicune because of all the threats I had that dealt with it so well. So I'm not going to make that mistake again. I've learned that just because you get walled by... Like, I'm bringing Sylveon this week, and even a Chansey and a Ferrothorn. I've learned that it doesn't matter. You have to just bring what's necessary, not what you think will do the best, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it does. Making his debut, I'm so excited, Veteran the Golurk. We're running Dynamic Punch, Earthquake, Ice Punch, and Substitute No Guard leftovers with max HP and max attack with an Adamant Nature. This thing hits like a truck. Now, the Cork City Cradilis have gotten a lot of flack recently for not having a wall breaker. Now, I will admit, Dragonite is a good wall breaker. You know, he can be. But I've brought him either Choice Bandit, which means he has to lock himself to one move and he can't really swap up his moveset. Actually, he can't, literally. Or I brought a Dragon Dance set, which needs to set up first. So we don't have a really good wall breaker. You know, now we have Mesprit. Mesprit can do decently well. Obviously, with Hitmonlee that hits like literally one-shots the walls. Maybe I will need Hitmonlee. I'll think about that. I'll think about that more. But Dynamic Punch is really good. So my mindset is, if he goes into Chansey, I think I go straight out into Golurk, because if he wants to Thunder Wave me, that's fine. If he wants to Toxic, that'll suck. But we have Heal Bell on Tinkerbell, so it's not too much of an issue. And we go for sub right there. We go sub right there, because even if he wants to go into Zapdos, even if he wants to go into Latias, I'm always going to click Dynamic Punch just for the confusion. I am fully playing for the hacks, and I know that sounds really dumb, but come on, I need some kind of luck. And I think this is our week. Earthquake is there because it hits like a truck on everything. It hits, well, not everything, obviously. It doesn't actually hit a lot of things. But it hits the Charizard, which is the main thing. It hits the Banette. It hits Lapras for decent damage, even though it would probably click Dynamic Punch most of the time. It hits Masharana. Hits Chansey, but again, Earthquake is just there because I like it. You know, Earthquake is just a nice move. He does have a lot of immunities to it, so I wanted to run Stone Edge, but I couldn't really justify that, because when Earthquake is a one-shot in Charizard if he's not bulky. It's always a one-shot, especially after rocks. So Ice Punch is there for Zapdos and Latias. Now I was close to running Stone Edge, but then I couldn't really hit the Latias, so I had to run Ice Punch and Substitute, like I said. And also it's good against the Ferrothorn, because if Ferrothorn doesn't want to go for rocks, wants to go for Leech Seed on Golurk, I Substitute. Then, if he goes for Stealth Rocks, he has to break my sub, because if I go for Dynamic, I'm going to click Dynamic Punch over and over again, you know? So, I think Veteran is really good. Nothing on his team, like, just look at that. Nothing on his team. Name one thing that just destroys Golurk. Nothing. Nothing takes on Golurk, especially with leftovers. Toxicroak, like I said, is a very scary thing, but I'm hoping that I can go into Golurk on a Drain Punch or a Gunk Shot, right? Take the hit, predict the Sucker Punch, go for Substitute. I'm up against the sub. I go for Earthquake, even if he swaps out into Latias or Zapdos. That's fine. I'm clicking Ice Punch next turn. You still have to break the sub, you know? So I think Golurk is incredibly good, and hopefully I use him to his, you know, his potential. Come on, Golurk, come on. And finally, we have Dragonite, Spyro, Habenberry with Multiscale, Dragonclaw, Extreme Speed, Fire Punch, and Roost. We're bringing bulky offense, 212 in HP, 64 in attack, and 232 in defense with an Adamant Nature. Now, this thing is meant to take on everything, really. It's meant to take on most, importantly, the Charizard. Now, I know that sounds dumb because, you know, it's a Charizard. You can't really fight a Charizard. But Habenberry, if you don't know what it does, it halves the super effective Dragon-type attacks, halves them. That's actually really good against two things. Not only the Charizard, but also the Latias. Now, whether he brings both is still up for debate, because in my opinion he could. You know, they both do their own thing. Latias is able to defog, Charizard is able to just destroy teams. You know, they both do their own thing. So I could definitely see him bringing both. Will he bring both? I don't know, but it doesn't matter, because I think he has to bring one. even if he doesn't bring any of those, Dragon Claw does a good amount of damage to Zapdos. Extreme Speed is really, really nice against the Toxic Croak. He can't Sucker Punch me then. Fire Punch is good against the Ferrothorn. You know, Dragonite just has a good time. Also, Roost allows me to survive a little bit longer, which is nice because for the last few weeks I've only been running Dragon Dance or Choice Band or whatever, and it's just really not working with my weakness to Stealth Rocks and not having a Stealth Rock or a Defogger. So I think Roost is what we're going to be running from now on, really, except for maybe a few weeks, depending. And I think Spyro is very, very important. I will admit Spyro is the least important member of the team. Like, if I need something to die, I'm probably going to go into Spyro. But we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting match. It's been a very, very hard match to plan because Frank is all the way over in, he's all the way in over America. We're here in Ireland. You know, it's very hard to sort out a time. But hopefully the battle will be going up on Saturday. Fingers crossed. And with that being said, I am your coach of the Cork City Cradilly's Aggronix. If you guys are not already, make sure to subscribe to a member of the Aggronix and make sure to heavy slam the like button down below for us if you're excited for this match. I know I am, and I am so nervous for this, guys. Hopefully your Cradillys will come out 2-2 by the end of this match. That's all I really got to say. This is my opponent's first match in the league. Which means it's actually funny because I don't know if he's a good team builder or a bad battler. I don't know if he's the opposite way around. I don't know if he's this. I don't know if he's that. It's very, very hard to plan for him. So I just literally went with the safest thing possible. I know that sounds dumb, but I think we can put up a really, really good fight as long as we play smart. With that being said, I will see you guys later on when we have the battle. This will be going up after we've had the battle, so don't worry, my opponent will be able to snipe me. And yeah, good luck to your Cradillys. This is all from me, your boy, Aggronix.